Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Packs and Recreation. And today, folks, we are going to open a Commander Master Set booster box. Now, besides that blatant plagiarism of Rudy from Alpha Investments, what are we going to do today? Not much, just go over the waste of money that is a set that is overpriced, but at the same time, gush over some of the cards because it's not that the set is bad, it's just that the price is not good. Now, if you want to see more about these decks, there is a very long video linked somewhere, I guess, that we made about this. And if you want to see these arts, well, I just watch this, the collectible treatments of Commander Masters, whatever. Now, these are the boosters. Just maybe do it like this, and just let's start opening them. Contrary to my normal modus operandi, what we're going to do today is we're just going to shuffle through them a little bit and just talk about some other stuff. Oh, Dark Soul Mutation, nice. And just talk about something else, because otherwise this video is going to be like 3 years long, right? So we're just going to go through stuff. I normally don't put the box on camera just because it occupies my precious card space, but I was told that you guys like to see the box there so that I don't do any weird business with it. So I guess we're doing that. Or maybe the art cards are not that important, and maybe we can just do this, right? So I hope that any artist that hears that can forgive me. Art is important, right? Ovilla Pashiri, Sage Lifecrafter. Olivia Pashiri, maybe that's more how it's pronounced. Judith, the Scorched Diva. Queen Marquesa. I have heard that some people say Marchesa, and I don't know. It has to be Marquesa because it's a right. That's I mean, whatever. Oops. Awakening Sun's Avatar. Not bad. Dinosaur Avatar. Gutter Snipe in foil. And a Spirit token. That's also a Rat token. These boosters are kind of expensive, but Wizards should always do this. Like, all tokens should always be double-sided tokens and not just like some ad card that no one has any use for. Sleevers. Foil Island, not bad. Fateless Looting, Dread Return, Battle Screech, Crawling Infestation, Tragic Sleep, indeed. Frantic Search, Animal of Magnetism, Eternal Witness, Final Parting, Surak, the Hunt Caller, Mobile Loyal Companion, and now, God of Bandit Warlord. When God of Bandit Warlord enters the battlefield, you may search your library for an equipment card, put it into the battlefield, and shuffle. Whenever it attacks for the first time each turn, untap it and all samurai you control. Why samurai? Why samurai though? It's a warlord barbarian. I don't see the connection. After this phase, there's an additional combat phase. Okay, that's good, but like, why the samurai? Maybe I'm missing something on the flavor. Rune Scar Demon, which is kind of okay. And Drowning Sorrow in foil. Drowning foil. And a clue token that's also Darity Scrub Savannah emblem. Ooh, a card from the list. Great. Another sleever. Swamp. Frantic Search. Counter Spell. Pillory Attendant. Letter of Acceptance. Vial of Dragonfire. Renowned Weaponsmith. Coveted Peacock. More Portal Mage. Acidic Slime. Kazul, Tyrant of the Cliffs. Richard Pima Renegade. Maelstrom Wanderer. Not bad. Ooh, Extraplanar Lens. Imprint. When Extraplanar Lens enters the battlefield, you may exile target land you control. Whenever a land with the same name as the exiled card is tapped for mana, its controller adds 1 mana of any type that land produced, which is actually very nice if you do the proper setup. Path to Exile in foil, and a card from the list. Beacon of Unrest. Put the target artifact of a creature card from your graveyard into the battlefield under your control. Shuffle Beacon of Unrest into its owner library. Not too bad. Where to put the cash from the list? I guess here. Now. Other sliver. We're doing a sliver collection. And Bundle Blast, always welcome. Heart Piercer Bow, a Braid, all that glitters. Ancestor Blade, Dwarven Hammer, Witch's Cauldron, bunch of artifacts, colored artifacts. Meteor Golem, artifact creature. Bundle Blast, twice on the same booster, because that's a thing in Commander Masters apparently. Tatiova, Benthic Druid, Jedora, Grave Gardener, Razaketh, the Full-Blooded. Not bad. Flying Trample, Creature Demon, 8/8 for 8, 5 and 3 black. Pay 2 life, sacrifice another creature, search your library for a card, put that card into your hand, then shuffle. Ooh, Capture of Jingzo. 3 and 2 blue, take an extra turn after this one. Fist of Flame, like Ace, Fire Fist Flame, and a card from the list, Nivix, Eerie of the Firemine. Tap, add 1 to your mana pool. Okay. For 2, 1 blue, 1 red, tap, exile the top card of your library until your next turn. You may cast that card if it's an instant or sorcery. Okay. And we continue. Nice looking card. Island. Frantic Search. Ghostly Flicker. Resculpt. Brass Knuckles. Darksteel Ingot. Very useful. Volkshock Battle Gear. Looks like something from Pacific Rim. Haunted Cloak. Acidic Slime again. Meteor Golem again. Melek is at Paragon. Is it Paragon? I don't know. Is it? Teysa Karlov. Kind of a good commander. Spellseeker is the card for this booster. Apparently 2 and 1 blue. When Spellseeker enters the battlefield, you may search your library for an instant or sorcery card with mana value 2 or less, reveal it, put it into your hand, and then shuffle. Nesting Dragon, 3 and 2 red, Flying Dragon, it has landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, create a 0/2 red dragon egg creature token with Defender, and when this card dies, create a 2/2 red dragon creature token with Flying, and for 1 red, it gets +1/+0 until the end of turn. Not very bad. Beard, Steward of Argive. Nice foil work there. And a City's Blessing token that's also through. The adventure continues. Let's see. This is Insurrection or something, right? Yeah, Insurrection. Haha, I know my cards. Island. Again, Frantic Search. Dread Return. I remember when this was announced, people got crazy because it was like, oh, you can get like 6 rares and mythics because of the probabilities of each slot. And it's like, whatever. It's just because of the weird art treatments that the reprints have. Goliath Sphinx. Felware Stone, very useful. Datran Dynamo, very useful. Kind of broken. Gorex the Thumbshell. A zombie turtle. Ooh, Zakama, I don't know. Primal Calamity, not bad. I kind of like this art. I prefer it in foil, but hey, not bad at all. Vigilance Reach Trample. Basically, this is King Ghidorah or Ghidorah. 3-headed dragon, and each head does something and has a personality. I like it. Wait, my OCD is... Gisela, Blade of Gold Knight. Very useful. Flying for a strike. If a source will do damage to an opponent or a permanent an opponent controls, that source deals double the damage. And if a source will do damage to you, it deals half. Very good. A card that was weirdly expensive before. Oran Frostfang. For 3 and 2 green is a snow creature snake, and it says attacking creatures you control have death touch, which is good. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Toxic Deluge. For 2 and 1 black, as an additional cost to cast this spell, pay X life. All creatures get -X until the end of the turn. And Elysian Caryatid for in foil, and then Servo Elf Druid. The march of the commander machine continues. Ooh, a card from the list. I love cards from the list. Should be the standard. I actually like this this thing. We should do this more. It's like, it's either a token or a card from the list. Just stop it with the ads. If you don't want to give me cards from the list, just give me tokens. I don't care. Vandal Blast, Unstable Obelisk, Wondrous Ornament, Prismatic Lens, all artifacts, people. I just move this slightly there. It's because I'm getting trigger, people. I'm getting trigger. Prophetic Prism, Explorer's Scope. You can tell that Commander has a tendency for artifacts, colorless artifacts. Pathracer of Ulamog, Priest of the Blood Rite, Inga Runa is not the best art for Inga. Valduk, Keeper of the Flame, Squee, Goblin Nabob, or Nabob. Let's go with Nabob. Ulamog, the Ceaseless Hunger. For 10 is a 10/10 Eldrazi that says when you cast this spell, exile 2 target permanents indestructible. Whenever Ulamog attacks, defending player exiles the top 20 cards of the library. Yikes! Personal Tutor. Search your library for a sorcery card, reveal it, then shuffle it and put the card on top. Very good. A foil Soul Ring. Always useful. And the card from the list is Throat Slicer. A 4 black 2/2 that says Rat Ninja with kind of weird art. Ninjutsu. For 2 and 1 black, and whenever Throat Slicer deals combat damage to a player, destroy target non-black creature the player controls. Well, that's good. That is very good indeed. Ooh, another card from the list. Yeah, another Sliver, Swamp, Slimefoot, the Stowaway, Sky Snare Spider, Broken Wings, Pilgrim's Eye, Filigree Attendant, Letter of Acceptance, Mace of the Valiant, Efficient Construction, Tesher, Ancestor's Apostle, Piana, Nomad Captain, Experiment Kraj. For 2 green, 2 blue, is a legendary creature Ooze Mutant. 4 and 6. Experiment Crawl has all activated abilities of each other creature with +1/+1 counter on it. And for tap, and if you tap it, you can put a +1/+1 on another creature. So this is kind of a sliver thingy, but not so much. It's like a sliver sponge. Jazal Goldmane. First strike, and attacking creatures you control get +1/+X. Grand Abolisher, kind of a good card for 2, is a 2/2 that says during your turn, your opponents can't cast spells or activate abilities of artifacts, creatures, or enchantments, which is very good. Resculpt in foil, and the card from the list is Artillerize. Instant, as additional cost to cast Artillerize, sacrifice an artifact or creature. Artillerize deals 5 damage to target creature or player. Fire Action or Miran, most goblins stick to the job they know best. And some people wonder, by the way, how can I tell if a card is from the list? Because contrary to other cards, the year is the original year and not the year of the reprint. See? Well, this symbol right here is how you tell there is a card from the list. Now, next in line. Nice art. Plains, Dread Return, Knighted Mirror, Ainok Bondkin, Supply Runners, which is Not a bad card at all. Gavoni Silversmith, Pollen Bright Druid, Fierce Empath, Storm Clean Artist, Slice and Dice, Taigam Sidisi's Hand, Surak the Hunt Color again, Mystics of the Ismagus. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell with mana value greater than the number of experience counters you have, you get an experience counter. Instant or sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each experience counter you have. This is actually a very good commander if you know how to build around it. Because if you do it properly, you just have a deck full of instant or sorceries, then they become free. Enchantment. Bloodchief Ascension. At the beginning of your end step of each end step, if an opponent lost 2 or more life this turn, you may put a quest counter on Bloodchief Ascension. Whenever a card is put in the opponent's graveyard from anywhere, if this card has 3 or more quest counters on it, you may have that player lose 2 life. If you do, you gain 2 life. Not bad. Entourage of Trest in foil, and an Eldrazi Scion. There's also a Dragon Egg token. Nice. Omnath, Locus of Mana, that's it. Forest, Kodama's Reach, Thriving Grove, Thriving Bluff, Thriving Island, everything is thriving. Thriving Moor, Thriving Heath. What are the chances of having the full cycle in a booster? Wizards? Wizards? What's up? Spectral Searchlight, Arcane Signet, Lightning Greaves. Okay, like this is the Commander starter pack or what? Zada Hidden Grinder, which is not that bad at all. Kador Ghost Chieftain, which is kind of good as well. For as a commander, Insurrection, not bad in the original art. Untap all creatures and gain control of all of them until the end of turn. They get haste. Imp's Mischief. Change the target of a spell target with a single. What? Change the target of target spell with a single target. You lose life equal to that spell's mana value. Not bad. A command tower in foil. And a servo, the servo token. Like literally, this booster was Commander's greatest hits. Like Commander's starting pack. So many lands, man. What the hell? All the thriving ones. Basically, the ones that are included in the Jumpstart 2022. Nice looking. A swamp in foil. Faithless Looting. Cavalry Silversmith. See, the bad thing about opening boosters for a commander-specific product is that Commander was made to not use repeated cards, so that's why you should just buy the singles, because the moment, even the commons and uncommons, the moment you get more than one is super useless, unless you want to have like the same card in multiple decks, I guess. But, I mean, my philosophy is that if you have the card once, if you don't want to just keep moving it from deck to deck, because some cards are very expensive, just proxy the others. Like, it's not like you're doing anything illegal. It's just that you're saving you the trouble of like unsleeving the card, sleeving it to the color of the other deck, or just move. Even if you have the same sleeves for all your decks, just moving it from deck to deck is a pain in the ass. Silortha, Strength Incarnate. 3, 1 red, 1 green. Trample, little damage deal to creatures you control is determined by their power rather than their toughness. Flawless Maneuver. If you control a commander, you may cast this spell without paying its mana cost. Creatures you control gain indestructible at the end of turn. Ooh, a Pearl Medallion. What spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Yaheni, Undying Partisan in foil. And a City's Blessing token that's also a goblin. Urza, nice to see you. Exsanguinate, look at that art, beautiful. Each opponent loses X life, you gain the life equal to the life lost this way. Vial of Dragonfire. Renowned Weaponsmith. Hearth Piercer Bow. A Braid. All that glitters. Ancestral Blade. Assault Suit. Hero's Blade. Lochiel Clockwork Scholar. Ingarun Eyes. Ashling the Pilgrim. For 1/1 red is a 1/1 legendary creature that says, for 1/1 red, put a +1/+1 counter on Ashling the Pilgrim. If this is the third time this ability has resolved this turn, remove all +1/+1 counters from Ashling, and it deals that much damage to each creature and each player. So it's basically a ticking time bomb. Kindred Dominance. Choose a creature type, destroy all creatures that aren't of the chosen type. Ashnod Altar in foil. Very good for sacrificing decks or for zombies. A friend of mine uses this in a zombie deck that has, I don't remember the name of the card, but it's a zombie that costs 1 black, and if it dies, you can bring it back from your graveyard for 1 black. So you're always sacrificing it for stuff like Ashnod's Altar. Card from the list, and that's great. What is this card? Grave Pact, okay. Mountain, Kodama's Ridge, Second Carded, Thorn of the Black Rose, Read Bones, Drawing Sorrow, Swiffer's Bones, Whirler Rogue, Hoarding Dragon, Soul Ring. Oh, Soul Ring. I know that it's a card from the list, shouldn't be printed, and everyone has a Soul Ring, but somehow you still see a Soul Ring. You're like, oh, Soul Ring. Molimo Maro Sorcerer, Tromocratis. Legendary creature Kraken. Tromocratis has hexproof unless it's attacking or blocking. Tromocratis can be blocked unless all creatures defending player control block it. Nice. Rankle, Master of Pranks. Kind of an interesting commander from Mono Black. 2 on 2 black for a 3/3 that has flying, haste, and whenever Rankle, Master of Pranks deals combat damage to a player, choose any number. Each player discards a card, each player loses 1 life and draws 1 card, and each player sacrifices a creature. And this is for everyone, so it's like chaos guaranteed. Wake the Dead. Cast this spell only during combat on an opponent's turn. Return extra creature cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. Sacrifice those creatures at the beginning of the next end step. Not bad to defend yourself from a bad situation. All that glitters, but glittering. And a card from the list, Magus of the Vineyard. Human Wizard, 1 green for a 1/1 that says at the beginning of each player's pre-combat main phase, add 2 green to the player's mana pool. Which is very good if you have stuff to activate in combat. It says, oh, wait. It says each player's pre-combat main phase. Oh, okay, not bad. If you have a lot of counter spells that use green or colorless, or any color, that's very useful. A nice looking card right there. A mountain, Arcane Signet with the new art. Looks kind of a zombie thing, but okay. Ulamog's Crusher, Rapacious One, Carrier Thrall, Dread Return, Battle Screech, Crawling Infestation, Shimmer Mirror, Fiend Slash, Lost Shields, Clockwork Scholar, and let's see, Yeneth, Cryptic Sovereign for 2, 1 white, 1 blue, 1 black. Is a Sphinx that has Flying Vigilance Menace. Whenever Yeneth Cryptic Sovereign attacks, reveal the top card of your library. You may cast it without paying its mana cost if its mana value is odd. If you don't cast it, draw a card. Not bad. Ogre Slumlord is an Ogre Rogue for 3 and 2 black. It's a 3/3 and says whenever another non-token creature dies, you may create a 1/1 black rat creature token. Rats you control have Death Touch. A Sapphire Medallion, very good. And a Bullshock Battle Gear in foil. So it's a very shiny Battle Gear. And a zombie that's also an Elephanto. Win? No, Nicol Wallace, right? Deep analysis. Yeah, that's Nicol Wallace. Planes. I think it's Nicol Bolas. It can be Ugin. No, it's Nicol Bolas. Reality Shift. Exile creature. Its controller manifests the top card of the library. Command Tower. Deep Analysis. What a coincidence. Target player draws 2 cards. The specimen seems to be broken. Well, that seems like a Nicol Bolas thing to say. And with Flashback. Derange Assistant. Mire Triton. Faithless Looting. Looter. Everything is looting. Looter Ilkor. Vandal Blast. Stormcling Artist. CDC's Hand. And Rorik's Bladewing. For 3 red. Flying Haste. Kind of a very meh commander, to be honest. Heartless Hidetsugu. For 3 and 2 red is a Ogre Shaman that says, is a 4/3. Heartless Hidetsugu deals damage to each player equal to half that player's life total rounded down. Oh, yikes. Okay. Well, that includes you. So, yep. I guess if you can prevent it to happen to yourself, that's very useful. Wretched Confidence. 3 to black. Instant. Choose 3. You may choose the same mode more than once. Target player draws a card and loses 1 life. Target creature gets -2/-2 to the end of turn. And return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Very good. Commander Sphere in foil in the new art, which is very good. And a zombie. That's also Stoneforge Blade. It's from Nahiri, I think. I don't remember. So there's that. Let's continue with the party. As you can see, I try to go as fast as possible so that you don't think that I'm just like dragging videos forever. But there's a limit to speed. Lotless Giant, Carrion Growl, everything is black, and this booster apparently Cadaver Imp, Supernatural Stamina, Impulsive Pilferer, Nadia's Nightblade. Just organize this. Gormand. Okay. As usual, cost to cast this spell, sacrifice the creature. Kind of shit, to be honest. Flying Trample. When one opponent enters the battlefield, each opponent sacrifices the creature. Okay, no, that's okay. Victimize. Choose 2 target creature cards in your graveyard, sacrifice a creature. If you do, return the chosen cards to the battlefield tab. That's kind of good. Anafenza King Tree Spirit. Grenzo Havoc Riser. Actually, wait. Whenever creature you control deals combat damage to the player, choose 1. Gold target creature that player controls, exile the top card of the player's library to the turn. You may cast that card, and you may spend mana so they're worth any color. Okay. Storm Surge Kraken for 3 and 2 blue. 5/5 hexproof and has Lieutenant. As long as you control your commander, Storm Surge Kraken gets +2/+2 and has whenever Surge Kraken becomes blocked, you may draw 2 cards, which is actually very, very good. Heavenly Blade Master, Flying Double Strike for and he's cost 5 and when white is a 3/6. It says when Heavenly Blade Master enters the battlefield, you may attach any number of auras and equipment you control to it. Other creatures you control get +1/+1 for each aura or equipment attached to Heavenly Blade Master, which is not bad at all. Rapacious Dragon, more in foil, which I love because the fire is the shiny thing. And a Soldier token and a Satyr token. I would say we are halfway there. A card from the list, Yahoo! The commander from one of the commander decks, Antica or something like that, if I remember correctly. Forest. Path to Exile, I like this art a lot. Serrated Scorpion. Ministrant of Obligation. Demon's Disciple. Makeshift Munitions. Blood Aspirant. Fungal Plots. Intangible Virtue. Kemba, Khal Regent. Vault of Champions in the new art. Very nice, because if you play Commander with 4 people, this is basically free, which is great. Freyalise, Wars Fury, one of the commanders from 2014. They really insist with the whole Planeswalkers thing. Ooh, Arachnogenesis. Very good. Even though, because, I like it as a card, because in terms of price, it just dropped like hell. Commandeer, I like this card a lot as well. You may exile 2 blue cards from your hand rather than to pay the cost, and you gain control of target non-creature spell. You may choose new targets for it. Knighted Mirror in foil, and the card from the list is Angelheart Vial. For 5, it's an artifact that says whenever you are dealt damage, you may put that many charge counters on Angelheart Vial. And if you pay 2 and tap it, remove 4 charge counters from Angelheart Vial, you gain 2 life, and draw a card. Signed, gotta love it. Planes, Faithless Looting, counterspell with Jace from the dual decks, if I recall correctly. Ram True, very useful. Gargadon, just like certainly a card. Deadly Recluse, Windcaller Avon, Twisted Abomination, Slice and Dice, Rise from the Tides, Captain Ripley Vance, Molimo Marrow Sorcerer. Now, Dracoseth, Maw of Flames, 4 and 3 red for a 7/7 that says flying. Whenever Dracoseth Maw of Flames attacks, it deals 4 damage to any target and 3 damage to each of up to 2 other targets. Okay, nice. Treasure Nabber, for 2 and 1 red, is a Goblin Rogue that says whenever an opponent taps an artifact for mana, gain control of that artifact until the end of your next turn. Very, very good. Captain Ripley Vance on foil, which I like because I like that card, and Thopter and a Drake. Swampy. Elvish Mystic, because I like consistency. Gamony Silversmith. Point by Druid, Fierce Empath, Custody Squire, Dread Drone, Cosmic Predator, Assault Suit, Hero's Blade, Goreclaw, Terror of Kal Sisma. It's kind of an interesting commander. Creature spells you cast with power 4 or greater cost 2 less to cast, and whenever Goreclaw, Terror of Kal Sisma attacks, each creature you control with power 4 or greater gets +1/+1 and gains trample. To the end of turn. Akiri, Fearless Voyager. No, that. Ooh, Song Quan, Lord of Wu. Creatures you control have horsemanship. They can be blocked except by creatures with horsemanship, and no one has horsemanship, so no one gets blocked. Kind of an interesting commander. Shame that it's blue. So blue is not the best color for creatures because the cost is kind of weird. Champion's Helm. Equipped creature gets +2/+2. As long as a equipped creature is legendary, it has hexproof. Einok Bondkin in foil, and Eldrazi Scion, and Graveborn. Now, an island, fact or fiction in the new art, which is kind of nice. Sunspear Shikari, or Shikari. Mirrorsmith, cute. Mirrorsire. Firemind Vessel. Campfire. Commander Sphere. Elite Scale Guard. Predatory Rampage. Thrix, the Sudden Storm. I am the storm, the Heartless Hidetsugu. Again, not bad. Stormhoof Chieftain. For 7 and 1 green, Trample is 8/8 with Trample Indestructible. Whenever another creature you control attacks, it gains Trample and Indestructible until the end of turn. Inferno Titan. For 4 and 2 red, you pay is a 6/6 that if you pay 1 red, it gets +1/+0 until the end of turn, and whenever Inferno Titan enters the battlefield or attacks, it deals 3 damage, divided as you choose among 1, 2, or 3 targets. Counterspell in foil, and a token that's a City Blessing and an Ogre. Nice. What is this? Balefire Dragon. Okay. Mountain. Kodama's Reach. Fist of Flame. Sulphurous Blast. Temur Battle Rage. Cryptic Serpent. Murmuric Mystic. Windride Windrider Wizard, Rampaging Brontodon, which is kind of useful. Cartographer's Hawk, Ghost of Ramirez de Pietro, which is the weirdest combination of a Spanish and Italian name for a pirate. Legendary creature, Spirit Pirate. Ghost of Ramirez de Pietro can be blocked by creatures with toughness 3 or greater. Whenever Ghost of Ramirez de Pietro deals combat damage to a player, choose up to one target card in a graveyard that was discarded or put there from a library this turn. Put the card into its owner's hand. It has partner, so you can have it as a commander with another thing. Sakiko, Mother of Summer. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, add a much green mana. At the end of turn, you don't lose this mana as the steps and phases end, which is very good. Obscuring Haze. 2 and 1 green. If you control a commander, you may cast it for free. It says prevent all damage that will be dealt this turn by creatures your opponents control. Tempt with Vengeance. Tempting Offer. Create X +1/+1 red. Elemental creature tokens with haste. Each opponent may create X 1/1 red elemental creature tokens with haste. For each opponent who does, create X 1/1 elemental creature tokens with haste. So yeah. So you say you create 5. Everyone creates 5. And for each opponent that does it, you create 5 again. So it's like everyone gets elementals. You get an elemental, she gets an elemental, everyone gets an elemental. Shipwreck Dowser in foil. An elemental, well, this is appropriate. And a Drake. Three to go. Spider token. Moraphon the Boundless. Plains, Dread Return. Cut my life into pieces. This is my Dread Return. There you go. Read the Bones. Drowning Sorrow. Swift Response. Loyal Guardian. Armorcraft Judge. Alaru Solemn Ritualist. Juriko, the Tiger Shadow. Commander Ninjutsu. You can pay 1 blue and 1 black, return an unblocked attacker you control to hand, put this card into the battlefield from your hand or the command zone, tapped and attacking. You can just call it your commander, because it's Commander Ninjutsu. Whenever a ninja you control deals combat damage to a player, reveal the top card of your library and put that card into your hand. Each opponent loses life equal to that card's mana value. Not bad at all. Lorthos the Tidemaker. An octopus that costs 8 is an 8/8, and you may pay 8, and if you do, you tap up to 8, because you see, octopus, 8 legs, right? Magus of the Wheel is kind of a Wheel of Fortune, but it's not. For 2 and 1 red, it's kind of a Wheel of Fortune. Aminatos Augury, which is kind of a good card. And Hairpiercer Bow in foil, an Eldrazi Scion, and a Spider token. Second to last. Neheb, the Eternal. Okay. Forest, Faithless Looting, again, Generous Gift. Well, we didn't get that many Generous Gifts this time. Spikeshot Goblin, Dragon Fodder, Feed the Swarm, Spectral Grasp, Counterspell, Palace Jailer, Skyline Despot, Cable Patriarch, please hide. Braids, Conjurer Adept. This card is kind of interesting. For 2 and 2 blue, is a 2/2 that says at the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player may put an artifact, creature, or land card from their hand onto the battlefield at the beginning of the upkeep of everyone. So this is an engine for chaos. Like everyone just speeds up like crazy. Inspiring Statuary. Non-artifact spells you cast have Improvise. Style of Extinction, for 5 and 2 red, destroy target land. Style of Extinction deals 20 damage to each creature and each planeswalker. Ogre Slumlord in foil. And a Spirit token that's also a Construct token. That looks more like a Warhammer soldier, but whatever. And the very last booster from Commander Mastas. Amazing art. I love this art. Kindred Dominance. An island, Elvish Mystic, Witching Well, I Wish You Well, Reverse Engineer, Exclude, everything is blue, Ghostly Flicker, Real Sculpt, Rise from the Tides, not really, everything is blue, Ether Gale, now we go to black, Extinguish All Hope, Destroy All Non-Enchantment Creatures, EX, Mogu, Loyal Companion, Nahiri the Lithomancer. She can be your commander, this is from 2014, that weird year. Champion's Helm, Hellkite Charger for 4 and 2 red, flying haste. Whenever Hellkite Charger attacks, you may pay 5 and 2 red. If you do, untap all attacking creatures. And after this phase, there's an additional combat phase. A Cadaver Imp in foil, a very nice looking card right there, and the Monarch token and a Knight token. So, this was the loot, my friends. Let me know in the comments. You will see like the math here on the side, but let me know in the comments what you thought about this. Was it a good box? Was it kind of a meh box? Certainly, and I can tell you this in advance, it wasn't worth it in terms of price, but hey, we're here for the fun and for playing Commander. But if you see any card that you like, just buy the single, it's a lot cheaper than buying the boosters. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you had a great time and see you next time on PAX and Recreation. Bye.